Hey everyone, and welcome to the walkthrough video for the first December daily album for 2024. This is the 10 by 8 album. I have put on the label on the spine, so it is all done and all ready to go for this walkthrough. And let's just start with the introduction page here. This was something that I created as a shaker pocket, right? Just a fun shaker pocket to add to the beginning of the album with little sprinkles inside, 2024 word art in the background, and just some fun December daily word art as well. And then we are going to go ahead and see my reason why page, which is on the Allie Edwards blog, and that is for the stamping of these super fun trees. And I also made it so that this tree swings upward and you can read my reason why underneath. So if you're interested in that page, it is on the Allie Edwards blog. And then over here, we have my table of contents. Forever gratitude to Allie for coming up with this idea a few years back. Love it. I used the little gold rim tags, little banners, and I did this page with some of the little bulbs as though they were all hanging on this thin string here. And so all of those are already filled in with all of the things that fill both of my albums for 2024. And then next, we have a tree page, I guess a triangle tree of sorts that I was inspired by Allie. She did something similar last year. So this is a little bit different. I have some of these triangles open up with photos underneath. So those two bottom ones, and they open in different directions like this. And then the last one up here like this. So that was fun. All kinds of different patterned papers here. And then the entire tree itself also opens up. And we have a photo of my son because we were celebrating his 25th birthday. And then a photo of me and him close up. And then my journaling is on there. So this is a file that I created for myself as well as for my Etsy shop this year. And then moving over to the next story, we have this super fun page. These I purchased from Etsy. So these particular circles and the way that they open was something that I did not create, but they do have little tabs here. And if you move the tabs, you can close and you can open to view the photo inside. And this is the same one over here. This one's at the top. And if you move it in the right direction, you have another photo in there as well. And I thought that was super fun. And I do believe that the process video for this page has the link to the Etsy shop that I purchased this from. And then this background, this circle background, is my own creation as well. And then I did put my journaling down here. So this was just a fun page. Interactive, very interactive this year. Very, very interactive this year. Flipping over, I am on the back side of that circle. So here we just have a quick story about the coal that goes around our building around Christmas time. And I thought that was super fun. This is another interactive piece where you pull the tab and it opens up and then it closes and then it opens and closes, and you can probably, I think that's also in my Etsy shop. Not 100% sure, but I do believe that it is. So again, another circle page, super, super fun. Created this die cut insert with the gold, and I cut that out on my silhouette. And in the O, I have a circle and the number 4. This is about holiday movies. And flipping that over, I just decorated the other side with just some stamping and a chipboard piece. And then each one of the movies that I watched is in a different pocket here. So these are just kind of like slices within the background paper. And then these come out And then on one side, I have a picture. You can see a picture of I guess the movie. This is the official pictures from the movie. These are the official pictures from the movie. And then they just kind of slide inside to lay in there like that. I put little ribbon on them to be able to pull them out. I did a little bit of sewing, and then there's a little review of each movie underneath. So all of these come out and can be put back in, and you could have all of the journaling showing or all of the pictures showing. This is also a great page for just photos, right? It doesn't have to be about holiday movies. It could be about holiday music. The die cut is also on Etsy as well, and several different ones. There's several different ones. I think I have holiday memories, movies, music, just a whole bunch of different ones there as well. So then once I get done with that story, we move on to the next story, which was also something that I created for the Allie Edwards blog. This whole base, the pocket itself, the stamping with some of the fun stamp sets from this year's release, all of that was detailed on the Allie Edwards blog. The inner parts were done by me after the fact, and there's a process video as well. So if we pull out the pieces, we have a whole bunch of tags. Every year I like to do a story about my creative endeavors throughout the years. So I have, this is the first story kit that I participated in for 2024. And then this is the last one. And then I have my story about that on the back side. And then this is just a few things that I've been participating in: Instagram, Etsy, YouTube. So this is something that just documents those parts of my journey. And then I have photos from each of those on the backside. So that's another part of the journey. And then this one is just basically kind of like maybe your, I don't want to say introduction page, but your main journaling, right? This is my main story on here. And I didn't put anything on the back of that one. And then this one here is the Big Picture class journey for this year. Very sad to see that Big Picture will be closing their virtual doors, but I feel honored that I was a part of their story, even if just for a little while. And then these are the two classes that I released during 2024. So these are all tucked inside of this pocket. And there's one more piece that I created, and that piece is another interactive piece, and that is this right here. And so this is a fold open. And so this is held on here with a magnet. So this kind of opens up, and then the magnet holds it together. And this piece is one of the plastic die cuts that I absolutely adored this year. And then when you open this up, it opens up like this. So you can see that it closes and that it opens as well. So you can check the process video out for this one. This is my December daily journey, so to speak. So some of the things that I created, you can see right here is the original of this page as well. A couple of my 4x6 pages and my reason why page. And then in the middle, I just have some of the, let me try to lay this flat here. I just have some of the from social media, some of the advertisements, so to speak: December Daily, Prep Day, Hybrid Product Play. So they kind of all come out and go together. And that was just another fun element to place inside of my pocket. Okay. This one right here is a bunch of fun hearts. This was a foundation page that I had created, so it was really awesome to be able to work with the foundation page and not have to do all of the thinking. So this has 6, these are hearts that fold into each other. So you can go ahead and you can open up the hearts, and then inside I have, I used these, I think, I'm trying to think, I think the Storyteller collection. I'm not sure if it's the Storyteller collection. Those were digitals in the Allie Edwards shop. And then I formatted my text to fit on the other side. And each one of these talks about my cats. I have 5 cats. So there's Lola. And then next in line is Zoe. Zoe was the second cat that I got. So that is Zoe and her story. And then the next cat that I got was Annis. So there's Annis and her story. Oops. And then down here would be Garlic. And there she is with her name and her story. And then the last, most recent cat is my buddy George. So here's me and George, his name, and his little story. So super fun. Number 6, because I only have 5 cats, is the possibility of another cat. So who knows? No one ever really knows what the future holds, but this was just kind of going through the thoughts of, could I have a 6th cat? Who knows? We'll see. But that is super fun, and different sizes of these are available in my Etsy shop as well. Let's pull this over, and we should be getting to story number 7, where I have a Santa picture with the felt Big 7 die cut piece. This is another die cut I created. I made it into a shaker pocket, so it's inside of the page protector with the little sprinkles and sequins and all that fun stuff. And then this flips over. The back side, I also cut it out backwards and made sure that there was something on the back side. My journaling, which was on a larger page. And then opening this up, we have a photo on the back side, and then these are just smaller photos from the day. So lots of stuff packed into this little spread, right? All of it kind of fits together nicely. When you fold these or you close these, they get closed. This goes on top of that. So all of this is basically just inside of one simple page. And then over here, we have the awesome half circle die cut that came with the December Daily kit. Not the kit. I think this was one of the add-ons for the inserts. So I put an 8 in the middle there on a metal rimmed tag, put some fun border on the outside. We turn this over, and this is the story of Buddy the elf, who also makes his way around our school during the holiday season. And I created a template to be able to put my photos inside of these half circles, along with my journaling and some stamping with the super fun stamp set from this year that I didn't think I would like. It was one of those stamp sets that I was like, is that really me? I don't know. But it was, and it ended up being super duper fun. I loved that stamp set. Turning this page to the next story, I just filled the backside with the Mary colored paper. And then this is a little insert here. I used Photoshop to create this warped word art in a half circle. This wreath, I believe, is from last year. A couple of these little accents on there, and then one of the ornaments in the middle. My story is on the back side there, and then it's just a photo that is 7 by 8.25 with just simple number 9 and a circle plastic piece in the middle of my coffee cup there. So just a story about putting up the Christmas tree. One of my all-time favorite pages. Loved doing this. This was super fun. I just used the digital version of the stamp set with these awesome, just funky letters, and the digital version of the paper. And in Photoshop, I just kind of created all different stories about what's going on in the news. And then I ended up running them through my Mink to make them either gold, red, or green. So you can see there, they're all minked up there. Loved it. Had such a wonderful time. And then I paired that with the number 10 here. So if you can see the number 10, and this piece right here also has some green foil on it. And then this opens up. Let's see how that opens up. Yep, this opens up like this. And there you go. So all of the photos that are here match with one of the stories that is here. And then if you flip it over to the other side, you will see the remainder of the photos. So this was another one that I created and then added to my Etsy shop as well. And then it just kind of folds into itself. And there is a magnet. There is a magnet that holds that closed. So not necessary, but sometimes I like to just make sure things stay in place. The back side of the 10 is just basically some stamping with some polka dots, and I just pulled up a 3x4 journal card and one of the frames for a frame around that. So didn't want to do a story on the back of 10, so I moved over to this side to do the last story in this album, which is story 11. I made all these little presents, and I used these super adorable bows, and these each represent one of my nieces and nephews, so they pull out. And then inside each one is a photo. So I'll pull each one of those out. You can see all of those. And then this one right here, this tiny one, contains my words, my story. And then you would just have to pick that up and then read the journaling. And on top of that, I added one of the little gingerbread men. I made a bunch of those. I didn't get to use as many as I wanted to, but they were fun to play with. They were fun to make, and I really enjoyed a lot of the stamp sets this year. I had just had such a nice time with them playing around. And you can check out, like I said, on Allie's blog, 2 stamping posts that I did. And then all of these presents just go back into their little pockets, right? They all just go back into their little pockets to be revealed when the reader takes a closer look. And then I ended there. Why did I end on 11? I'm not really sure. I think it was because the next page it didn't fit very well into this album, and it wasn't just its own page. It had several pages that belonged to it. So I decided not to stuff this one too full. So on the back side, just to finish off, I just put the Be Merry plastic piece. So that just kind of finished off this first album of 2024. And that is it. That is the first album. So like I said, a lot of these things are available in my Etsy shop. If you are done with December Daily for this year, like I am, they are definitely going to be available if you would like to start thinking about next year. If you want to get a jump start, right? If you want to get a jump start on next year. So that is my walkthrough for my first album. I will be doing a second walkthrough for the second album. And if you have any questions about this album or any of the pages, please feel free to reach out. This has been such a wonderful journey, and I'm sad that it's over, but I'm also very happy to start moving on to documenting my 2025 stories. Alrighty. Once again, thank you so much for following along with me, and we will see you in the next video.